Hello and welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm
And
Cheryl,
I'm Sherry.
and we're here talking about those disguises.
Okay.
No matter how you dress it up,
Mhm.
make it up,
All right. Fix
cover
it
it
up.
up, fix it up, it still can't be eliminated, right? Because
Right.
no matter what
What?
you do, what
Mhm.
is under there is the true identity, right?
Right. Like some of us, we can no longer wear those two pieces, and that cover up.
Right.
Covers a whole lot of
It covers a
things.
whole lot
A
of
whole
things,
lot
right?
of flaps, a whole lot of cellulite, a whole lot of everything.
Right.
But it still does not negate what's under
What's
that
under
cover,
what? Yeah,
because
exactly.
what's there is there.
It's there.
Regardless if you want to cover it, hide it, look for just for temporarily.
Right.
But the issue is still
It's
there.
still there, no matter how.
No matter what, and some of them, I encourage you. If you can't wear the two piece, or just because they had a two piece offered in your size,
Don't do that.
don't do that. Because that material don't fit like it used to fit.
Right.
Back in the day. But again, just because you covered it up does not eliminate it. So until you deal with it, regardless of how you covered it up, it's still going to exist. So at some point, you're going to have to deal
You're
with
going to have
it.
to deal with
Period.
it. You're going to have to face it.
Right. Regardless of how long you've been covering, or how long, think about a dog when they go cover up something. It's still there. The mess is still there.
And the thing about a dog is they know it's there,
right?
So
exactly.
they can go back to it.
Go back to it.
So
exactly.
that's in the natural. So in the spiritual, when you're dealing with things, you go back to it. Well,
exactly.
I mean, not when you're dealing with it because you hadn't dealt with it,
right?
But even in you ignoring it, it's still there. So
right,
you have to go back to deal with it. And if I could go here in scripture, in Proverbs 28:13 says, "He that covereth his sin shall not prosper.
Okay.
But whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy."
Mercy.
Right. So no matter what you're going through, just because you like we're saying, just because you don't want to deal with it, deal with it.
Right.
Bring some things out.
Right. That need to be brought out.
That need to be brought out. Yes, because confession, I know one thing is good for the soul.
Right. It heals.
Confession exactly. Yeah, it heals. It really does. I mean, it may hurt. We're not saying that as soon as you confess, it feels good, right? Because sometimes you have to go through that process, right? To where you have to work through some things, and in working through, you still have some of that pain, you still have some of that heartache, you still have some of that what am I trying to say?
Well, sometimes you realize, once you confess and once you're dealing with some things, you realize, wait a minute, because I thought this, and that, and that was not the case.
Not the case, right?
Right. Yes. And so you have to deal with it in order for everyone to be on the same page.
Right.
And even if everyone's not on the same page at the time,
you get yours.
You get yours, and then eventually, once you have brought some things out and people have started dealing with some things, and then it's like, woo,
right.
Now I can face, right? Because sometimes fixing means you have to face.
You have to face, right?
But in order to face some things, you yourself have to say, hey, you know what? Let's snatch this off. We're no longer covering up. We're no longer covering up. We're gonna deal with these things that have plagued our family for all these years. We're gonna deal with these things that have plagued this church for this long. We're gonna plague this thing that have these things, deal with these things that have plagued this community for so long. So again, you have to face some things. Yes. You have to uncover some things, and go ahead and uncover those things and get your healing. All right. All right. As you just said, in the natural, that thing may be hard. That thing that in the natural, that thing may be easy to cover up. But in the spiritual, with God by your side, all right, go ahead and heal your family. Go ahead and heal your community. Go ahead and heal your church. Right. Go ahead and heal you. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's end it there, sister. Before I take off with that thing. All right.
Well, go ahead and like us.
Okay. Share us.
Talk to us.
Okay. Uncover those things. All right. Talk to us. All right. Hit that subscribe.
Hit that button. Right. And then go ahead and mosey on over to Naturally Spiritual. And I know those of you who have already purchased the book, like, why do they say that every time? A commercial is a commercial, right? So thank you again. But for those who haven't, go ahead and grab you one as well. All right. Have a good night. Hope that you guys and pray that you guys have an awfully good night. I was too fast. Good night.
Yeah, good night.